Hey, hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to the daytime stream for Thursday. It's Thursday, June 4th, and Bitcoin is down to 63,000. Let's see, Bitcoin, that's the title today. Bitcoin hits 62,000. Housing market stalls. Pokemon prices rise. All right, that'll be the title for today. Pokemon cards still stronger than ever. We're in the 30th anniversary for Pokemon, and it's interesting to see crypto struggling and Pokemon doing well, showing you that they're not necessarily connected to each other. We're going live for Thursday day. All right. Hey, what's up, guys? Grabbing this. Okay. Pokemon cards, the best investment in America. That doesn't make any sense, but it might be somewhat true. Let's see, new Monster Hunter season, PSA, update your listings, relist your items now. What? Let's see. Oh, weird. Okay. We're gonna delete all this. Good, good, good. We're just deleting some emails. I always get a lot of emails to delete. Oh, Anthony Paniagua did not leave me an address to ship to. Okay. I thought he would do that. All right. Okay. Well, we got to get him shipped. That's a requirement. Do. He's a new buyer. We got to establish a first time shipping with them. Let's go ahead and open this iPad. Are white collar jobs really disappearing? Probably. No YouTube ping, says Tyler. Let's grab this. Let's grab this. Let's grab all these. I think sometimes at the beginning of the stream it doesn't ping right away. It kind of it needs like a second. All right, let's see. We're jumping over here. We're grabbing these. Good. All right, we should have the comment section now. We do. Pop out chat. There it goes. Good. So we're just setting up as we do. Let's go ahead and open up another YouTube window. I got a notification. Hey, it's Mr. Shahir. A little bit of progress on this Dialga. It's at 4 out of 18 now. 14 spots remain. I'll go ahead and pause this. And let's grab this. We got a lot of new products on the menu. Why don't I talk about them real fast? We added last night One Piece OP16. Yesterday, Union Arena Chainsaw Man for $14. Chilling Rain is now a permanent fixture of the menu. It's not a specialty item. You can just go buy some. Ancient Origins Booster Pack got updated to $255 and it's fresh on the menu. English Rift Bounds Origins, that's been a big seller. That's actually outsold all the other items I just mentioned. Rift Bounds Origins, $12 a pack. Pokemon Abyss Eyes, probably the top seller. We sold a bunch of that last night. Nivel Arena Brown Dust 2, that's a waifu set. Chaos Rising, and even this Pokemon Gem Volume 5, which we're waiting for the rest of that to arrive. Actually, maybe we should update that to say, let's see, we should update the Gem 5 to say sold out. Let's do that real fast. YouTube ping always works. Saw the unredacted bricks and minifix body cam footage. Wild, says Nicholas Pacheco. I know. I think a lot of people are following this story now. We're going to say out of stock. There we go. I think the big one for me is when the cop calls they call like the, I don't know, the court, jury, whatever it is. They call the court and he says, "Hey, are these papers real? Did he really file a lawsuit?" And they go, "Uh huh." And then he hangs up his cop phone and says, "Yeah, the papers are legit." And then they still go on they go on to arrest him for stalking. Like, you literally confirmed he was rightfully there to serve papers, and you still arrested him. It just doesn't make any sense. All right. How many left in the Ancient Origins pack split? How many left in the Ancient Origins pack split? Yes, let's take a quick look. This is the one of the pack splits going on right now. Here we are. Wow, it's so cool. Everyone should buy it. Yeah, that's what I think. Okay, we're 4 deep. We need 6 more. We're live. The whole police department needs to be fired and tried in court. Yeah, I think accusing him of stalking has maybe some truth to it, like harassment or something like that. It is kind of like harassment. However, I do think if he really can prove that they stole the guy's Legos, it's not going to be a very strong case for harassment. If someone steals from you, how can you then get in trouble for quote unquote harassing them? You know what I mean? They should have just given him a refund or given him his items back, one or the other, refund or items back. But you can't not refund him and then claim he's stalking you as well. Ooh, so we got this link here, huh? We had him at $40. I'm gonna make sure that price makes sense today. Playing link. Wow, so there are some Zelda cards for sale, and they want not $40, they want $400 for them. Let me check sold though. Last sold would suggest that it is not a $400 card. All right. I do think I'm going to probably raise my price on this because we know that PSA grading is taking a very long time. And also, we don't know what their price is going to look like when they open back up. So we're going to raise this to a nice little 50. So that is the new price on that guy. Let's get some of these cards moved over here now. Get the FBI involved. Yeah, I don't know what the FBI can actually do, but no, it's pretty interesting. I think a lawsuit's really all that's needed. I think if I think if Reckless Ben's team proves that the Legos were likely stolen from this old man who actually just needed money for his healthcare, if they can prove that pretty reasonably, many of the accusations that the Bricks and Minifigs Corporation's making are going to fall apart pretty fast. Like, they're going to claim he harassed them, and it's going to be like, no, he didn't. You stole from them. He's trying to get it back. So they're probably going to sue him also for fraudulence. I think the one case they probably do have is when he pretended to be a UPS driver to get a signature. That was probably just straight up illegal. So you just can't do that. So he may actually be in trouble for something, but we'll see. I think overall though, um, without a doubt in my mind, the Bricks and Minifigs has much more to lose, as well as the police department. Like, when he just walked out of the house during the SWAT during the raid, and they grabbed his arm all of a sudden, I mean, that's an easy, police brutality lawsuit in my eyes because he was not being physically violent or aggressive at all. And he was not a threat. And then he's like, don't move like that. And then he used like a submission move on him. It's pretty obvious they were trying to intimidate. They wanted to punch him in the face, but they weren't legally allowed to. So they go, okay, well, what can we do? Okay, well, we can do this. Hey, he's coming right at me. They did one of those. He's coming right at me, self defense. So they did one of those, and it looked pretty stupid from the camera footage. And I bet they didn't expect that to go on the internet for everyone to look at and scrutinize. So it's pretty bad. All right, so what we got? We got a little Piplup here, huh? What's this Piplup look like? He's a nice little card. How did he grade 9? I wonder. He got a 9. Are you skinny yet from Wegovy? I've lost weight. I've lost actual weight. And I've been running mostly on the early doses that you're supposed to take before you take the full amount. So this week, I just took the first shot of the full dose. That would be the one, not, I'm sorry, not the full dose. The next higher dosage, which would be the 1 milligram shot, it goes all the way up to 2.4. Before that point, I'd been on 0.25 and zero point 0.5, and I was losing weight on the 0.5. So now I'm on the 1 full milligram, and pretty soon I might jump it up to 1.7. That's the next step, is 1.7 milligram. So yeah, it's effective. You gonna buy SpaceX? I've been asked that a lot, and the answer is probably no. It's probably overpriced. I'm just gonna go ahead and assume it's overpriced. Piplup. Sad that this Piplup got a 9, huh? Piplup what? 085? Before I officially sell this, let me see what it did wrong to get that 9. Stealing someone's collection is bottom of the barrel. Yeah, I think it's a pretty heavy accusation because people don't realize the kind of group that people collect Legos. They're not the vicious type of people. So it's sort of like, I think those early phone calls from the Joshua guy, where he's like, "Yeah, well, we can drag this out in court and all that kind of stuff." So they're claiming that this has a print line. I don't see the print line. It's claiming it has a print line. Oh yeah, I see it now. Okay, no, they're correct. It's a 9. All right. Pin the website. Yeah, thanks. Let me pin the website real fast. I think we were talking about the website, but I didn't pin it. Too bad you guys don't have the ability to pin it. That would be so easy. Boom. And now let's hit the pin. Did it work? Yeah, there it goes. All right, cool. Yeah, it's pretty stupid, man. Pretty dim. Yeah, well, not my problem. And if you don't like it, you can sue us. And we'll drag it out in the courts until it's not worth anything. I think that part is what upset me. Let's see. So this guy's going to be a whopping $25. Is it really 25? It's more like, guess more like 26. 26. That's pretty cheap for such a cute little card. I think SpaceX will only go up out of the gate. I'm gonna try anyways. Hey, mister, if I buy One Piece packs right now, would you be able to send it with my slab? Uh, Let me think about it. So your stuff hasn't shipped. I just have to track your bag down. I mean, I guess I can do it. Is it just one pack? I feel like I hate having to track it down for a single pack, but yeah, I could probably do that. It's not a. I think the rule should probably be that we start a new bag if you've ordered shipping. That should probably be the rule. You may have pinned the wrong comment. Gosh dang it! Wait, what did I pin? All right, let's try this again. Bricks and Minifigs Parts weighs with Salem, Oregon franchise owners Brandon Best and Joshua Johnson. Really? Let's see. Nailed it. I wouldn't invest in the IPO. It seems like an overpriced stock at a time where the stock market is at a parabolic high. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the stock market right now is unusually expensive, and that stock's going to come out and it's going to be overvalued, and it's going to be like a big bubble that can pop. That's exactly how I feel about it. If you want to go invest in something, invest in someone who's making lots of money, but nobody's talking about it, you know? But this is maybe like the most talked about company. So yeah, I don't even want to buy stocks anyways. I'm doing too good with Pokemon. Pokemon's it for me. All right, here's Sergio L12. He says PSA 9 Frostmoth. You got it, man. Frostmoth it is. Wait, is it over here? Where'd he go? I saw him like a second ago. Oh, wait, is he in the channels? I bet he's in the channels. Give me a second. You probably saw it from the channels. You will regret not getting in on it early. No, I won't. I won't regret it because I don't regret any stocks. I don't spend my time going, dang it, I should have bought Microsoft, or dang it, I should have bought Apple, or dang it, I should have bought. I don't do that with any stocks. The stock market's just this place that exists. that you can go park your money like a bank account almost. And you can expect to get, on average, 7 to 15% return over the historical lifespan of the stock market. So I just see it like a bank account. I don't view it like, oh, I'm going to outsmart the market. Because once you start thinking that way, you're not investing, you're gambling. You're gambling, you're betting. If I'm going to bet, I might as well bet with Pokemon. Oh, here it is. If I'm going to bet, I might as well bet with Pokemon cards. Pokemon cards have done very well for me. I'm just going to stick with that. Watching Lego Scam, guys? I watched all of it. Like every single possible video. Sergio L12. But you are a gambler. I know, but I gamble on Pokemon, not the stock market. There's a separation. I'm good at gambling on Pokemon. Items received at the PSA vault. Oh, really? What would that be? So here we have Umbreon Gold Star 10. Cool. So I just got a Gold Star 10 Umbreon for the 25th anniversary uh, sent to my little vault. Here's a first time order bonus. Let's get a little gasoline there. Yo, I'm still at work. What Lego scam? It's like the most viral internet story right now. The whole Breaks and Minifigs Lego theft. Super duper viral. New bag, placing the order now. Ooh, sounds good. Yo, I'm still at work. You will not regret getting in on it early. He's definitely an OG, Grim. Correct me if I'm wrong, but were you the first one of the Rip and Ship channels? This was the actual first Rip and Ship channel on YouTube. When I did it, there was no term for it. There was no whatnot. There was no eBay Live. There was no Drip. There was no TikTok shop. None of that existed yet. And I started doing it, and it was kind of a new idea. And then there were a lot of copycats eventually. We still go live 7 years later and have a nice little party over here. It's very nice. I feel like what we have going on is very sweet. We have people here who have hung around for like 7 years, actually. Mr. O's, all is wealth to marry Katayama. Yeah, if it wasn't for Mary, I wouldn't be wealthy. Let's see. Those Gold Star Umbreons are great buys, still really cheap, in my opinion. Yeah, I honestly feel like what's not to love about it? It's a Gold Star reprint. It's from a pretty old set that's very expensive to open now. It's I bought the English one, and it's just a really good card. I feel like if it's underpriced, probably it's because people are maybe burned out on it, or they're they're probably miscalculating how popular Umbreon can be. But yeah, it's a little bit surprising to me how cheap it was. I tried hosting an Umbreon break, and people said, "Nah, I don't want to get into that one." All right, I'm not seeing any orders in the PayPal queue. Let me make sure that it's not broken. Like, what was it, yesterday or 2 days ago? We were having PayPal issues, so let me make sure that's not the case here. So I'm going to log in. Okay, cancel this. I was here when you started. PokeRev thinks he started it, but I know you started it. So PokeRev was already he was before me, and what he did was different from my style. He would take a booster box, vintage, and he would go sell off all the packs in the box, and then he'd host a stream where he'd show it off. That's a great business model, maybe better than what I'm doing. So because he made a lot of money doing that, and one thing that is better for him than for me, the video content is so good because most of the nostalgia in the hobby is for the vintage boxes. We ended up opening up a lot of Rocket boxes, I think 2 Fossil boxes, a Gym Heroes box, a Jungle box, 1 base set box, but he was opening everything. He opened Neo boxes, he opened he opened boxes from the e-reader era. He opened up first edition base set, and he just had a lot of money, and I didn't. I just didn't have the money to do that. So he had the money to do it, and I didn't. So, I started with nothing. I didn't have like a million subs already. I wasn't getting millions of views already. I started with nothing, and what we've gotten to today is pretty good. All right, so we have 2 orders from Anthony. What's this payment to eBay? I made an eBay payment. That probably makes sense. Today's Thursday. It's the Thursday stream. We've been going hard all week. Definitely better for all the reasons. Wasn't TCA selling vintage packs before you too? Yeah, so TCA and Z&G were both before me as well, and they had the same strategy. So what those guys would do is they would pre-sell vintage booster packs, but then they would go make a video of themselves opening it for you before they shipped it. My idea was very different from theirs. I would go live every single day on the Game Economist channel, and it was just a very different thing. We would get like 500 viewers per stream, 400 viewers per stream on the Game Economist, and every single day I played Monster Hunter World, and people would just watch the heck out of me. And I was making good money doing that. I mean, there was ad revenue and there was donations, and combined, that was making maybe like 60 to 80,000 a year. I think it was 80,000 a year at the end. So it was really building up like a snowball. But that game's product life cycle was also kind of coming to an end. Like the new DLC Iceborne had come out and people were getting kind of tired of it. I guess there was a new monster coming out like Fatalis. It was kind of fun. But here's the deal. I would go live on my, side channel, which I just made up, and I asked people, I say, you want me to open a pack for you? And they're like, yeah. So we would be opening up like $5 packs and $8 packs. But it was kind of crazy because it would add up to like $1,000 in sales in the blink of an eye. So in the blink of an eye, I'd sold $1,000 worth of cards and netted maybe like $300 to $250 a profit. And I said, oh my God, what have I stumbled upon? So, but it was an old idea I'd had when I was much younger to sell things on YouTube. I had that idea when I worked for my dad. It wasn't when I worked for my dad, actually. When I worked for my dad, I had the idea of selling stuff in his business on, they're called forums, because you didn't have places like Facebook didn't exist, YouTube didn't exist, and I don't even think Craigslist existed yet. But you had these things called forums, like Game FAQ. Remember that? So it would be like a public place where you could talk and text, and people would go there and create a community, and you could sell stuff within that community by posting about it. And so I was experimenting that with that at the age of like, maybe like 15 or 16. And I was opening my own eBay account and selling RuneScape stuff on my eBay account back then. I had a little entrepreneurial shipness to me. What I learned really quickly is when you sold stuff on the forums, you avoided all the fees you had to pay on eBay. And in fact, actually you could get much better pricing in some ways because no one was comparing you to other items on eBay. So you could go into a wood turner forum and say, hey, I got these pen blanks. Hey, I got these bowl blanks. And you could just price them however you wanted. And if somebody in the forum wanted to buy them, they would sell because they weren't on eBay. So they weren't looking up the same product. So there was this big advantage to selling in the forums. You could get better pricing. You get a direct audience, a woodworking audience. And it kind of unlocked something in my head. It told me that where you sell your stuff matters. eBay is where everyone goes. If you go to a place that gets a lot of public attention, even if it's not a seller market, you can still generate a lot of sales. So that's what I learned when I was like 15 or 16. Let's see what you guys are saying. I pulled a no rarity Snorlax. Nice. That's awesome. Mr. is for the people and the money. Rev is just for the money. That's the actual difference. Hey, give me credit. I like money too. Here we are. All right. So, but no, I mean, Pokey Rev's definitely swimming in money. I, looked at back when he and I had our little argument or whatever. I looked at his views, his data, and I said, okay, so based off of my YouTube data on the Game Economist, this guy should be making somewhere between $500,000 to $1 million a year in ad revenue. And it was just he just gets a staggering amount of views. So that guy's very wealthy, even if he didn't sell cards, but he does sell cards. So he gets all of his ad revenue. And then on top of that, he gets to sell like mystery packs and vintage booster boxes and probably all kinds of merch. So that guy is a multi millionaire. He's like, how they talk about the Bernie Sanders, like the top percent of the 1%. Well, PokeRev's a guy who got deep into Pokemon cards, and then it became the best investment in America and maybe the world. So, I mean, how rich do you really think that guy is? That guy's got tens of millions, most likely, depending on what he's sitting on. I don't know, but so he's a very wealthy man, and yeah, that was why that whole argument was so silly to me. This idea that he should just get to have people's content without crediting them. It's like, dude, you're like the richest guy in America, Pokemon wise, and you can't just properly credit another YouTuber for their content that you took without asking. It's just silly. That was that whole argument. But yeah, that guy's doing extremely well. And we did well over here too. I took every dollar that I could and put it toward Pokemon, and then Pokemon exploded. So I'm in a great position for now. I'm assuming Pokemon will split or something, like it'll crash. You owe him another video. You need to send him a clip to show on his channel. Mister, can you do EX Fire Red Leaf Green pack split? I could look into it, but it's going to cost too much. He did a box break on that, didn't he? Or somebody did. No, I remember it was TCA Gaming. TCA Gaming did a heavy Fire Red Leaf Green, didn't he? All right, let's see. You're not going to like it if I got one and I priced it. It's going to be at a price where it doesn't make any sense. Here it is. So I'm looking at a single pack of it, and it's probably not a heavy pack. It's probably a light pack. Because at this level, they've probably CT scanned it or they've probably weighed it a million times. And how many cards are in it? 9? It would be $300. It would be $300 per spot. $300 per spot. Come on, that's just stupid. That's too high. We could do it. It's not worth it, though. Here's a nice Fire Red Leaf Green booster box, though. Let's buy that. Let's see. He won $76,000 for the booster box. It's more. It's going to be more like 80,000 after taxes. Divide that by 36. So he wants about $2,222 per pack for a whole box of Fire Red Leaf Green. Yeah, it's just not going to happen, guys. You got to start doing the mega pack splits. Wow, that's insane. Since Nicholas Pacheco placed an order. Yeah, let's see. Oh, there it goes. Okay, yeah, we have an order come in the queue now. It was a little slow there for a second. Let me hit refresh. All right, that's just too high. I don't know if people here would really want to buy into that. One Royal Blood, OP10. All right, you got it. Now, are we leaving this sealed or are we keeping it? Are we opening it? OP10. That's OP14. Aha, Royal Blood. OP14. Ta-da! Oh, English. Give me a minute. Let's get the English version. Here we are. Rip it. All right. I'm jibber jabbering over here. It's Thursday daytime. How's it going, guys? We're live again, opening some pokies. Or in this case, One Piece. You got Monette. She's got such long legs. How nice. You could probably do a Japanese Fire Red Leaf Green for cheaper. I wouldn't bet on it. No, but you probably, maybe. Some of those Japanese mid-era sets are cheaper. Here it is. Of course, then again, it might sell slower because people don't recognize it. They go, what's that? A Fire Vededu. Oh, Japanese, huh? All right, Mr. Bridget. Miss Bridget. Boop. Okay. Get your last name right. Okay. No bad. Japanese would be a bit cheaper. There you go. Thank you so much. What's next? What do we have next? What's going on tonight, today? Let's grab this. Yeah, when I was in college and working for Coca-Cola, I had the idea of YouTube at that point. Here's Gabriel Gallegos going into the Chaos Booster Box break. Here you go, Mr. Gabriel. Welcome back, Gabriel. All right, so let's talk about that booster box break. Here's the booster box. Ta-da! One Piece Pokebox. Here it is, the Pokebox. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, did you hear that? 2 spots left on Chaos Rising. That's 2 spots left. Not very much. Okay, lovely. Well. That's it. So we're starting out with a slow Wednesday, with slow Thursday stream, huh? That's all right. We're gonna work on our 9s real fast. Let's start pricing these up. We found out this was 150. This is correct. We priced that one recently. I'm not gonna mess with that one. It's not my wallet. All right, let's take a picture of these 4 right here together. So let's get this guy closer to the middle. The Shining Celebi is really cool. I don't know. I feel like the Shining Celebi might as well go into the live customs. I'm gonna put him in the live custom. He's a big one. Let's get him in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. So Shining Celebi, another 9 in the live customs. I don't want there to be too many 9s in the live customs, but we're not going to rotate through the live customs. I mean, the 9s again for a while, you know. So might as well get a couple of them in there. There's always a couple 9s in there. SM79, Shiny Celebi. Okay, and they'll say T9. Good. So you guys got to watch me stock up these. Let's see, what do we have here? What is this? Some hollows, some EXs. Oops. Get a couple bonus pulls in here, huh? This guy, let's get the seal. Mega Absol. I'm sure I traded for these cards here, so I'm just kind of stuffing these traded cards in. Either that or they were gifted to me. Are you selling most of the Pokemon Unlocking Profit now that it's overhyped? Says Christ is Lord. Hey, what's up, Christ is Lord? No, I'm pretty much still holding. I know a lot of people feel like the right move right now is to sell, and we don't know if that's true. I mean, people have been saying that for a little while. They were saying that in 2025. So if you liquidated in 2025, it was actually a big mistake because the cards all went way higher over time, right? Like we're in June of 2026 now, and a lot of those cards that you were told to liquidate because it's overhyped, those cards are all now more expensive. Here's an example. Masaki Gengar. He sold for 90,000. Well, just like last night, I was reading a post that he just sold again for 130,000. So this idea that, whoa, look at those high prices, this must be the moment to sell, might not be true. We don't actually know the exact time to sell. Wait a second, we don't need 6 of these. Hold this. I just took leftover white rice, leftover kidney beans. You're eating someone's kidney? You're eating kidney stones? All right, this Gengar right here. He's cute, right? Gengar. Who doesn't like Gengar? Let's get him in here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. Not my wallet. It's gonna say 057 Gengar T9. You guys want me to put one of those Squishmallow Gengars in the Poke Shuffles? There it is. Make it like a rerollable. Okay, pop this up here. Now the other shuffle is $5, right? Please finish the box break. Chaos Rising is 2 spots away if you want to take a shot at losing $40. Okay. So we're going to lower this to 25. And then we're going to pop this in the other shuffle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Welcome, guys. It's the Thursday stream. We're just getting started. Hope you guys had a great day so far. You guys ready for the weekend? Not my wallet. I was just watching a video of a kind of like an outdoor bar pool on the water side out here in Lake of the Ozarks. It's called Dog Days. And they had such a packed venue. It was insane. It was so full. It makes me want to go. I've never been there. I've lived out here for like 5 years and I've never been. Beautiful cards here. All right, let's see what's going on. I want to Squishmallow Gengar. So we have a couple of them, and they were meant to go into like the Poke Shuffles and the live customs, and we just stopped doing it at some point. We got to do it again. Chaos Box and for Chainsaw Man Union Arena. All right, Mr. Oscar. 1 spot in the Chaos Box break. That's what you mean. You got it. Okay. There you go. Good. Link not working for me. Which link? Is every spot in the Ozark named after an animal? No. Pokebox. No, it's just different names. All right. 4 Chainsaw Mans. These are the new Chainsaw Mans. They have Reze in them, so they're pretty cool. Oops, don't go anywhere. Maybe 6 will stop yelling at me now. Okay. Their Super Splash Park is open again. I could get tickets to the Super Splash Park, but man, are they expensive. The season pass, I think, was like $140. And I'm looking at it going, really? Okay, let's see. I love this character. It's so funny. Aha. We get another view of this character here. Her name is, I can't remember her name. All right, let's see. Action point. Mikasa. What's her name? Something with an M, isn't it? There's Reze. I can't remember. Makima. Thank you, Makima. Reze Makima. All right, good. Yeah, she turns out to be a much more interesting character by the end of that movie, huh? You're like, oh, a season pass for 140 seems decent if you go a few times. Maybe I'm not used to paying that much to get into a water park. I mean, the season pass for Silver Dollar City is only $100, and it's way better than the water park out here. Yeah, I don't get it. It's way too expensive. When I said that out loud, and I realized, wow, that water park, how does it command a higher price than actual Silver Dollar City? It makes no sense. Silver Dollar City, they're huge. They got plenty to do. All right. Good, good, good. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. That was a big order. Now we've got an order over here for Mr. Bryce. He says Noivern Shiny. All right, but you're $2 short here, Mr. Bryce. He's actually $32. So I'll give you a chance to adjust that, okay? All right. So we'll do that, and we're caught back up again. Not a very busy queue today. So let's show off another card. We got this guy. We got this guy for 65. Huh? Is that right? That seems like a lot. I'll send. Perfect. I'll go ahead and write your name down on it. Get it off the table. Okay. Good. What's interesting about all these nines is I'm finding some of them are selling. Some of them are actually selling. So, but we're busting through them. We're busting through the nines pretty fast. Manectric. This is from Holland Phantoms for 40, huh? Here's Vulpix for 36. That seems about right. Here's Pidgey9 for 75 from Expedition Base Set. Wow. Those are really expensive, and they're vintage cards. Here's Georock, German. So that's a 9 as well. The whole round right here is vintage. So let's take a picture of these. I'm not going to adjust these. They feel about right at those prices, all of them. If I can sense that they don't feel right, I'll go after them. I'll get a new price. How blurry is this picture going to be? This camera is so old on this phone. I need a new phone. Maybe I should get an Android for my new phone. And if I like the Android for recording, I'll take this iPhone right here that we're recording with right now and swap them. And if I don't like it, maybe I'll just sell it, the Android. Elves join the fight for $28. We're going to lower this one. We're going to say 24 on this one. 22. Let's say 22. So that's below the cost of grading. That's a loss. Also, this Vileplume doesn't have a price, huh? Love these Cardos cards. I call them Game Boy Cardos because they always have a picture of the Game Boy game on the back. I better get a picture of this one. Not a picture. I better get a price on this one. What's up, guys? How's it going? Happy Thursday. It's the daytime stream. What are you guys all about today? Tell me about your lives. What's going on? Vileplume. Here's the 9 for 113. No 8s for sale. What's half of 113? Like 60? We'll go with 50. This is not a cheap throwaway card. That's vintage. All right, let's take a picture of these. All right. Get some nice new cards up on this table. Okay. Google Pixel 10 are awesome. Can I see the live custom chase? Yes, we got plenty of time for that right now. Let's get that done. So we're showing off the cards in the live customs. Here they go. Wait, did I add that one card to the wrong box? I did. I put that in the live customs. It was supposed to be in the Poke Shuffles. Let's see. Let's see. We got Scary the Snail, huh? Listing sold. Oh, I just had a listing sale. Let's see what it was. Zapdos CGC. Ah, I had the other one sell the other night too. Wow. So I got some big CGC cards selling, guys. Shining Celebi, Squirtle. So these are some fresh nines in here, but they're good, right? Gary the Snail, Raikou, Celebi. Those are some re-rolls. Gyarados, Snorlax, Yveltal, Eevee. This is pretty good. Here's Raikou. So we got some nice poker cards there. Spider-Man. He maybe should go into the other box. Here's Roaring Moon, Weevil. Of course, back when I added this guy, I didn't have the other shuffles yet. Here is Scrafty, Poopachu, Tentacruel. Here's a nice Charizard. He's kind of cool. He's a cool pull, right? Big Teeny. I almost call that Vulcan for some reason. Here's the big chase card, Tag 10, Tops Spearow Hollow. Just a very hard grade to get on a vintage card. Patrick Fishnets, Glaceon, Snorlax. Oh, here's a really big pull too. So this Mewtwo for 270. That's a big pull. This Lucario is a pretty big pull too. He's 200 though. He's not at the same caliber as the others. This is a big pull. Coughing for 225. Raikou, Numel. This is pretty cool. Ancient Mew. So I'd say those are kind of like the big ones. All the pulls in this box are big, right? Like they're all around $100. So if you pull something and you bought one spot, you're quadrupling your purchase price. But these are going to be the big ones right here, in my opinion. These are going to be the ones that people want. We got a nice Ancient Mew promo, a Coughing 9 for 225. Nice. Here's a Lucario Paldean Fates. Looks great. This is a classic Mewtwo, pretty expensive these days. And Top Spearow. There it is. Might be time to add one new expensive card to this box. Has anyone tried Graphene OS on Android? Still working 18 hours a day, keeping production going. So there you go. That was the live customs you just saw right there, guys. If you're looking for a pricey card to put in a saddle weight, try this Charizard out for $5,000. He's a beautiful blue deck Charizard. Maybe I should be selling a green deck Charizard. I feel like I don't have as many of the blue decks. All right, what we got? So Bryce Wolf, cut a Nivalarina. Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Where are those Nivalarinas? Here they are. We need one more person for the break for this box. One person is all we need, and this goes off. This is Chaos Rising. We're one spot away. $40. Sign up to lose your $40 today. Ready? All right. Very good. Whoa. So here's your Nivalarina pack. So he said slice a pack of Nivalarina. You ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Huh, so Nivalarina has 6 cards in it. You got the Moo Cow. Oh my gosh. I'm going to send for it. All right, it's been claimed. There it is, guys. Chaos Rising. Get ready for it. I hope whoever pulls it asks me to open it because it's a brand new set. It's I mean, obviously if you want to invest in it, you can invest in it. But just the idea of opening it when it's so new and we haven't pulled the Greninja yet, it's nice. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, 10 of these. Good. There's 1 star spot in there. All right. Oh yeah. It's me, Psyduck. Welcome, guys, to the daytime stream for Thursday. Bitcoin hit $62,000. What do you guys think of that? How do you guys feel about Bitcoin hitting 62? That's pretty crazy. Here's Torchic. What happened to all the predictions for 1 million by December? Here's this. Here's this. All right. Turns out people maybe don't want all their money in Bitcoin because it's not turning into a big profit for them. People only want it if it's profitable. That's really how buying stuff works. They go, is it going to make me money? Okay, I want it. Is it not going to make me money? Okay, I don't want it. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Housing market. I was listening to a report that says the housing market's doing pretty badly. Naturally, of course, this is right when I'm selling a home. I'll send if you make a battle. I think Mr. Javier said he's sending in for it, so I'll place these here. We got these new Chainsaw Man cards. They're pretty cool. Grab a pack. They're $14 each. A little pricey, but there's some big pulls in here, guys. I've seen them. All right. I looked at it before I decided to pull the trigger on the set. Shinotic. Graveler, huh? That's another big one. So this Graveler, he could go into the live customs as well. Dragon. Yeah, he could definitely go in. So we're going to roll this one down. How much for a smoothie, mister? Well, it depends. Do you want it to be a dirty smoothie or a clean smoothie? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. All right. Graveler going in. We're putting this vintage 9 into the live customs. Number 30. Graveler. P9. 6 got me the Chainsaw Man. It's a good show, right? I like the animation style. I like the I think the characters are fun and flirty and is. Let's see. Got a little Rayquaza going in here. Got a little Myrmidon going in here. Got a little Marowak. Got a little Boomerang energy. Good. Just some hollows in this bag now. Probably put this over here now. I take those hollows and I just put them into bulk, to be honest. There you go. So a couple 9s made their way into the live customs. That's how it always works. That guy's cute. He could go in the Poke Shuffles. Hit refresh. Dooby 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 doo. We have Javier Arroyo. He says, 1 spot in the box. All right. You got it. We need some new guys in here. Who wants to be the first new guy this weekend? Is Javier Arroyo. 1 Pokebox. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we got 10 people in here, huh? And we got the 10 packs right here, pre-made. All right, shuffle times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh yeah, guys, we're getting serious now. It's the beginning of we're actually in the first hour of the Thursday stream, and the Chaos Rising box is going off. This is good stuff. What do you guys want the next box break to be? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Give me a number. 6. Mr. Will Pay got the surgery. You could be a new guy here. 6. Mr. Will Pay got the surgery. What are you talking about? Hello, mister. I just got a job at a company called Collectors Universe. Hey, that's a big place, right? Where they grade and sell, I believe, Pokemon and any other collectibles. Tyler says 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Tell me all about it, Astro. What have you learned from it? What's cool about it? Collectibles is a big market nowadays, huh? All right, give me a number. Oh, yeah. Chaos Rising booster box time, guys. 42069. Shadow Prism says 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You got it. Shadow Prism, the decider. All right. So here's Javier. First in, first out. Or last in, first out. Right off the bat, Javier, how does that feel? Wow, wow, wow. All right. So you got a box. What are you thinking, Javier? Are we keeping a seal or are we opening it? It's not over. There's a star spot, too. Here's Andrew. Oscar. Alicia. Sorry, Alicia. Javier again. Oh, I thought you were going to get the second star spot there. Eddie. Ah, there's Eddie Morales with the star spot. All right, Eddie. Beatrice. 6. Sorry, 6. And Javier. Whoa, Javier had 3 spots in there. No wonder. That'd have been pretty rough if you had missed, in fact. I didn't know you had 3 spots. So he was taking on a lot of risk, but it also increased his odds. Now, Eddie Morales, what should be the star spot? I mean, technically, we got that the boys box break going. I guess he's going into the boys. That's the star box break right now. Where's my star box break? Shouldn't I have it like right here? Pokebox, CS Man. Can I just throw this away? Ah, there it is. The star box break. Eddie Morales has a spot in the star box break. Do you know what the star box break is this time, guys? It's the boys again. One whole box of the boys. Here it is. Very fun. We're going after a Homelander signature. There's 3 spots remaining. If you enjoyed the show or you think it would be fun to collect one of their signatures, go after it. All right, Javier. Didn't know he had 3 either. Yeah, he went deep, actually. I was not paying attention to that. Liz, I assume you're trading this back to me. It's a big assumption. I mean, what if he really wants the Psyduck? Boom, there it is, Chaos Rising. What are we thinking, Javier? I mean, here's the facts. It's a brand new set. It's not going to go up in price for a long time. Okay, it just came out. It's still in print. So it's not like a big investment set right now. You still have time to buy a sealed box of it for yourself if you really want to invest. It's not like a box of Destined Rivals. Um, no one's pulled the Mega Greninja. That's the other thing. But if you want to keep it sealed, I respect that. So you tell me what you want to do. Sealed? All right, you got it. Mr. Javier Arroyo. That's what the box breaks are for. They're a way to obtain sealed booster boxes. All right. We could have any box next. Do you guys have a particular box you'd like to try? I might try one that I would like to sell. Let's see. I'm going to hit refresh here. Let's do a case break of that or an expensive pack break. Um, Expensive pack break. Yeah, I think we could. I feel like we kind of tried that recently and it didn't move at all. Remember we tried a pack break up on the table and nobody bought a single spot. What was that for? I don't remember what that was for though. Was it for a vintage pack? I don't remember. Plasma Storm. Yeah, Plasma Storm would be nice, huh? I got a box of what I don't think it's Plasma Storm. I got a box called can't remember the name of it. I got some cool vintage booster boxes, but those are too expensive. They would take a lot of money to buy out. I can go look for a booster box right now, though. Here's a Nicholas Pacheco. He says One Life Custom. All right. Might have been a whack pack. Whack pack? What the hell's a whack pack? All right. A whack pack? A wacky tobacco? One cold one. Nicholas Pacheco. Sorry. Okay. I'll go look for a booster box. I'll be right back. Let me go get a booster box, guys. All right. After a long view, I only have a couple boxes to choose between. Okay. So we only have a couple boxes. We've got Astro Radiance, like 2 boxes of that left. Obsidian Flame. Now we got a good chunk of Obsidian Flame, and that's a Charizard set. I like that one. We also have Chaos Rising, open cases of that. We have, which we just did. We have, what's good about Chaos Rising is how cheap it is. So that's what's cool about that one. Um, there was like a single box of Lost Origin. There was a single box of Surging Sparks. There was a little bit of Crimson Invasion. That was mostly it. Am I forgetting anything? Yeah. So I like the Astral Radiance being sold through because then I'll only have sealed cases of them and not worry about it anymore. So I got like 2 boxes left of those to sell off. But for today, we're probably going to do Destined Rivals. This is my #1 choice for investable Pokemon cards. And I'm offering to sell this to you guys because I have plenty of it and I think it's going to move fast. But bear with me because it might be pretty expensive. Might already be really expensive. This is by far one of my favorite things right now. Hey Drake, I hear you like them young. Don't let me catch you on cell block 1. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Let's change the minimum price maybe. Do, 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 do. All right. Try that again. Mhm. Slovakia, huh? Here we go. Okay, I think I found the cheapest box in the US. Is this a trustworthy seller? It looks like it is. All right, so we're going to come up with the price now, guys. It's going to be a 19 spot break with no star car, I guess. Could have a star card, but that would bring it into the 20 spot. I feel like that's like a bad number, 20. It's better to have it say 19. This one's a pretty big one, and you might just want this one for collecting, not for opening at all. I mean, you're still welcome to open it, but I imagine the ability to pull a box of Team Rocket out of a booster pack is pretty attractive. There it is. I wonder if I could just add this to the website. Would I be wasting my time if I added that to the website? Because it could take a while for that to go off. Same with the One Piece box break, you know? All right, what do we got next? Mark J. Valerian says, no hollows, please, for 1 box of Ninja Spinner. I'm going to be the next Hokage. Believe it. Yeah? All right, you got it, man. 1 whole box of Ninja Spinner. I'm going to go find it. I'm going to be the next Hokage. You know what we need to use our money to do? We need to replace some of the Pokemon Top sets. Because we got Top Series 1. We need Top Series 2 and Topps Movie up there on that menu. All right, ready? Mister, do you send stuff to England? All the time. All the time. Oh, let's take a look at the view bounty. I forgot about this. View bounty is 73, guys. That's the number we're trying to hit. So if we hit 73 viewers, giveaway. That's what we do. Giveaway at 73 viewers. We don't have to stay at 73 viewers, but we have to hit that number, and then we'll do a giveaway. All right. What version should I get on Switch? Well, I don't know. All right, this is what Chaos Rising is. It's this Ninja Spinner set right here. So he's buying a whole boosty box of the Japanese version. Let's get it. Ready? Okay, Mark J. Valerian. Mark, the big pull in here is the Mega Gray Ninja himself. Do you have Dragon Ball Z? A little bit of it. Primarily really expensive manga sets. Not much else. I haven't been very heavy on Dragon Ball. Once upon a time, I was heavy on Dragon Ball, and it ended up performing very poorly at some point. It killed me. So I lost a little bit of faith in it. It is. All right. Ready? Boop. This is for Mark J. Valerian. Mr. Mark, how's your day going, man? We've got, funny seeing those Deoxys in this set, huh? Hi, Roar. Aha, Tauros. Somebody out there loves Tauros, and this is very satisfying for them. Look at that muscle in his shoulder. Here's Bijou. Biz, biz, biz. Cold. Bitcoin at 62,000. It hit the low of 62,000. Can you believe that? Holy man. Don't forget, not too long ago, Bitcoin was approaching 130,000, I think. So it's more than halved in value. Yowza. Okay. Okay. Cold. Cold. From my perspective, what that kind of roughly translates to is the crypto bros and maybe institutions are quickly abandoning it when it doesn't make them money. They're saying, I'm out of here. They're like, I don't want to mess with this. It doesn't make money. It's got to make money or they're going to leave. It is. It is Chivinant. Of course, at some point, maybe it gets so cheap it's ready to make money again. But I don't know. That's the chase. Buy the dip. I know people said buy the dip at 100,000, then at 90,000, then at 80,000. Oops. Then at 76,000. All right. All right. Here's the Fire Energy. Here's Drug Gauge, I think. You know what could never fall back down in price? Obviously, Pokemon cards. They only go up. No, but it is pretty fascinating to watch, isn't it? Keep buying the dip. You're going to need to buy yourself a Kleenex box, too, when you start seeing how much money you lost. Here's the Phoenix. I can't remember this Pokemon's name. It's an XY. I never played XY. Code. Maybe I should. You guys want to watch me play XY? Here's the wrench. Every crypto bro who's aware is just trading Hyperliquid. There's a wrench. I don't think that wrench even deserves a sleeve. Okay, your hot pull is going to be the girl. She had a nice butt in this game. They didn't give her pants. They made her wear like some kind of cyber suit or something. And it was like all cheeks. That's a nonconformist. Fennekin. That's a nonconformist fox, huh? A lot of these energy card hollows. And last pack. Well, you got one girlfriend, Mr. Mark. What do you think? Is that enough? NCJCS. Hey, what's up, man? Let's take a look at his pull. So he's got the cute fox. He's got the Froakie. I mean, it's pretty cute, right? And then we've got Tauros. Your package has been delivered. Oh, maybe I should go look into that. Sounds to me like a package just got delivered. What could that be? Miko Pillow is my only girlfriend. What? I'd like a table for two, please, for me and Mikasa. Yeah. Okay. Very lovely. Let's pop this in here. Got some good ARs in these bags. Your comment on morality has been stewing with me. I say a lot of crap. What exactly was the subject? What was the concept? It is morality. I'm gonna be the next. Joseph Smith won Star Wars Series 1. I do a lot of jib jabbering. All right, that's the last pack of Star Wars. Let me get a fresh box. Have you heard anything about the PSA returns yet? I'm curious too. I'm going to look, okay, because we had one that was in assembly and then in quality assurance. So we must be getting close to having a return. It's still in quality assurance checks, so it has not updated. It can be stuck in quality assurance checks for a while too, you know. Oh, but look at this. We have a much older one in quality assurance checks. All right, it's officially time for me to hold a lot of cash in my account so that I can be prepared to pay for these. So we might have two coming back very soon. That's good. Oh, what the hell? I got like a cramp in my rib cage when I twisted down to reach this box. Joseph Smith, see these Star Wars? They're so fresh, they come out of a sealed case because I bought a sealed case of these back in the day. Look at this, guys. The original Star Wars Galaxy. There's a Vader to pull out of here. Do you know if you're getting upcharges yet? No. They reveal that at the very end. So they'll reveal that when they do the grade reveal. God, we're going to get such bad grades. I already know. They're probably just pushing through these orders. 99999999999. I have no faith. We were talking about that last night. I said, show me how PSA's grading is technically superior. And there's no answer to that question, is there? There's no way to prove PSA has some kind of magic wand where their grading system is better. They were a first mover. That was all it really is. They're a first mover, and so they get the benefit of the doubt. And then there's case after case after case after case of bad PSA grading over and over again. You can see it. Go that way. Good. Mr. Speaking Jammin'. What? Grape Kool-Aid incoming. What? Mr. May you tell PSA a fuming email saying to hurry with the PSA returns or I shall haunt them. You know, I could say that, and then they could say, you know, if you don't like it, we could just remove you from the queue. And then I'll be like, ooh, you are. One time I fought with them over the upcharges, and they said, oh, that's nice. She said, well, I guess I'll have it unencapsulated then. And I said, wait. Did I say I didn't want to pay those? What I meant to say is I'm happy to pay those. You are. But the reason I was fighting with them is because I didn't understand the upcharge. You are. I thought they were charging me like $2,000 on an upcharge. It wasn't $2,000. It was like 125 or something like that. I'd misread it. When I told her that, she thought it was funny. I was like, I thought you guys were trying to charge me $2,000 for one card. All right, here it is. Mr. Joseph, good luck. Where did we put you, Mr. Joseph? We put you in an up top box, didn't we? Upcharges are a joke, to be honest. Yeah, I'm joking about it right now. What did the upcharge say when he crossed the road? Give me more money. All right, what we got? We got the speeder. Oh, yeah, didn't somebody say they were thinking about a comment of mine from earlier? Doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. Join the TCC cult today. That's right. Oh, where exactly morality comes from. Yeah, where did it come from? That's right. Here we are. Here we are. Here we are. Oh, look at Leia. Very nice. Good. Morality is whatever is good for you. We got to stop this thing because I benefit from it. It is. All right. Very nice. Leia. Ooh. Mr. Joseph, let's grab your bag. Is Ancient Origins break still there? Yep, it's still there. Still going. Jump on in. It's $24. Next time I host it, you guys don't realize this, but the next time I host this, it's probably going to be $26 a spot. Why? Because the cost of the pack went up. So this will be more expensive next time. This is the last cheap round. Cost of the boxes are going up on Ancient Origins. We have an order here from Jack Gray. He says 2 Japanese OP16s. I already adjusted the price of the menu for the Ancient Origins. Am I in that AO break? Let me check for you. Pack break 2. No, we got Robert, Christian Whitfield, and L12. There it is. Chaos is done. Javier won it. We have a new box break. For those of you who just missed it, new box break. Destined Rivals. There it is. Yeah. By the way, the view bounty that we need is 73. We didn't hit that, did we? I saw we hit 70 briefly there. That's what we need to do a giveaway, 73 viewers. Destined Rivals, 1 in 19. Pretty big. I don't like the way I drew this 19. I gotta improve this. It's driving me nuts. It's gotta look good, you know. I hate it when things look bad. All right, that looks a little more natural, doesn't it? 41 and 19. Pretty scary. Well worth it if you pull it, I guess. I don't know. You telling me I missed another one? Oldest says assembly now, so that's good. Almost there. Yeah, that is good. That is good. Maybe they'll open up faster than they thought. Tossing that away. Mr. Jack Gray with the hollow. This is the new one-piece set. And a dragon. All right. I didn't think I bought any of this. I guess I did. Weird. Must have bought some from somebody. Oops. Mr. Jack. Hey. Jack Woodworth going back in. We also have a new The Boys box break. We have one person in it so far. Join this now if you'd like to take a chance at a whole box of The Boys. One person is in. We need 3 more for this to go off. This is up to 11 people now, so this has been on the move. 32 spots total, 11 people are in there. So we're a little past 1/3. Scaly. All right. Javier Arroyo, 2 Ancient Origins, 2 Ascended Heroes. All right, 2 Ancient Origins. Mr. Javier. That feels good, huh? Taking home the Chaos Rising box. All right. Anyone here from New York? I'm walking here. I'm heading there tomorrow for Government Ball Fest. What? They host a festival for your balls? That's crazy, bro. Pack break. So pack breaks moving along. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now Ancient Origins is flipped. It only needs 4 spots. Much closer. He also needs 2 Ascended Heroes. Yes, sir. We just got a fresh round of Ascended Heroes just as we were running out of it. This is the top selling product. I don't make any money when I sell you Ascended Heroes. I make just a small amount. So sad. Freaking Ascended Heroes, bro. The governor's balls will be nice but boring. Hey, you don't talk about a man's nuts that way. Heliolisk, Diglett, Lunatone. All right, just some hollows there. You don't talk about a man's nuts that way. Doobie-doobie-doo. Day 411 of Mr. No Washing Its Bed Sheets. My bed sheets get washed. Don't know what you're talking about. They get washed. Not every month, because if I washed them every month, that would be crazy. It is. Maybe like every 2 months. Some people are like, you need to wash your bed sheets every week. What the hell? Yeah, if I had OCD or something. I like some kind of cleanliness disorder. Here's Bowser. Ooh, Bowser. I bet you half you guys listening haven't cleaned your bed sheets in a whole year. Half of you guys listening right now. Come on, speak up. I know you're in this room right now. I bet you there's somebody who lives on a mattress with no bed sheets and they've never cleaned the mattress ever. Guarantee it almost. It's like a hippie hop. Just cleaned them. Other streamers are selling it for 14, 15. So you must have paid a lot. I did. Let me go ahead and hit refresh. What do we got? Okay, so here's Mr. Jonas. Jonas says Star Wars Galaxy One. All right. So all of a sudden, new box, and it's popular. Is that how it is? I see how it is, Mr. Jonas. Star Wars Galaxy One. I get to wash my bed sheets every 1 or 2 months when my cat throws up. We don't have cats on the bed at all. I don't allow it. The cat's not even allowed in the bedroom. No pets at all in the bedroom. It is. It is. Because that would be gross, bro. It is. All right. You know what? I was flipping through TikTok, and you know what I ran into? I ran into some people talking trash on people who bring their dogs into like Walmart. I ran into a TikTok that was talking about that because it was a video that showed where a dog took a big ass dump right in the produce section of Walmart. Can you believe that? Dog took a big dump right in the produce section. I don't know if any of you guys got the same video I did, but that was one that I ran into. And all of a sudden, I got a whole slew of videos just like that. People who, I guess they take like their dogs to like brunches and stuff like that. And then the dog needs to go to the bathroom and it just kind of goes. Just, yuck, bro. Not even rats, mister. Not even rats, I'm afraid. All right, what we got? What do you guys think of that? What do you guys think of the whole my pet doggy needs to come with me into Walmart every time? Walmart's becoming like a dog park. Out here in Lake of the Ozarks, that's super true. Hey, look at that. You got a nice Boba Fett. That's a very nice card. You could grade that. Boba Fett's good. Another Boba Fett. Good for you. All right. Only service dogs should be allowed. A lot of people put a fake service dog vest on their doggy. But yeah, so, our Walmart out in Lake of the Ozarks is filled with dogs. You virtually cannot go in there ever without running into multiple dogs. It has become a dog park. Now, different areas probably experience this differently, but I'm experiencing that very strongly. I don't think like the last time I went in there, I 100% ran into one dog. There was one guy, he had a full on like pit bull, and it's just a big tall guy and he had a pit bull. He's just like, "Here's my pit bull. I'm walking around Walmart." It's like, "What? Why we have pit bulls in Walmart?" But when I was in there last time, it was a woman, and she was like a really big woman, and she was in one of those electric carts, and she had like one of these little hairy, annoying mini poodles or whatever they are. I can't stand those dogs, dude. The little crusty eyed dogs. Those are the worst. The little crusty eyed dogs. They're always like freaking out, like they're on the very end of their nerves. They're in fight or flight all the time. Anyways, she had one in the actual grocery cart, the basket in the front of the grocery cart for the little powered, the scooter. And it was just like, what is going on here? She's got like a cart full of just garbage, and then this crusty-eyed dog on a pillow. She had it on a pillow, so she put a small pillow in the cart, and this shaky little dog is sitting there and staring at you as you walk by, like you're gonna eat it or slap it or something. I was like, what am I experiencing? But there's always a dog in Walmart. Always. I don't know when that trend started, but it got worse and worse and worse. And now it's like, it's at the peak right now. You need a new bag? All right, Mr. Jonas. Oh, you don't need a new bag. You're in the special Jonas box right over here. There you go, Mr. Jonas. It got really bad at some point. For emotional support, Andy, Mr. hates dogs. I get it. I don't hate dogs. You're wrong with that. I grew up with dogs. Dogs are fine, but they're just an animal. I don't see the dog as like a family member. I don't see him like I don't humanize him. I don't humanize him. And a lot of people do. Joshua Rodriguez, Jonas Gordon. I think we may need to find a new spot for these Joshua bags. So we got Josh 1 and Josh 2 from 1025. Joshua Rodriguez. We're going to turn this into the Jonas box for now. I don't humanize them. That's the thing. I don't treat them like they're human. And but there's a lot of people who do that. We'll put you over here. with Mr. Joseph. Liquidation for emotional support. Mr. hates everything except for Pokemons. I don't hate everything except for Pokemons. I just think propane and propane accessories are much better than everything else. All right, what we got? We're going to delete this. I'm going to hit refresh. No, but for real though, people have like, they get like pet allergies. I have allergies. I get cat allergies for sure. One painful heroes. You got it, 6. There's people who have dog allergies, and maybe your doggy shouldn't be pooping inside of a Walmart. That's not complicated. Actually, I think it's probably got to be a liability, right? That's my bet. Is Walmart having live animals in their store? That's got to be some kind of liability. I don't know what it would be, but I suspect it would be. There it is. Maybe a dog gets mad and it bites somebody, or like a flea infestation or something. I don't know. I don't know what can happen. But our Walmart just likes it because obviously they could stop it if they wanted to. Yep. It wouldn't take very much. They just have to be like, nah, your dog's got to stay in the car, or you got to drop him off at home or something. Here goes. All the dead skin and dust mites. Well, there's enough people in the store for that. But people generally don't have ticks and they don't urinate or defecate in the produce aisle. I guess that can happen too, can't it? Or maybe humans are given a little more grace for that kind of situation. Belly bolt. There we go. Charcoal for the wind. Taste the meat, not the heat. That's right. With the clean burning fuel of propane. All right, Miss 6, 1 belly bolt. Anyways, it was refreshing to see people saying all that, going, in the comment section, going like, just leave your dog at home. I was like, finally, common sense. There you go. But it was interesting because the comment section was also kind of a battleground. There were people saying, oh, mind your business. And so it's interesting that society's kind of talking about that subject. There we go. Sorry, 6. I want ahi tuna. I once had a lady poo in the hallway of my fast food job. Oh my God, that's nuts, dude. Hey, we're 2 people away from hitting the 73 viewer bounty. We got to get 73 viewers. Are they pipples? And me, no boxes for me, says Andy. I'm sorry, Andy. Andy, who's going to look out for good old Andy? I'll look out for you, Andy. What's up, peeps? Hey, what's up, Russ? How's it going, Russ? Russ, you would never let your dog poop on the floor in Walmart, would you? 1, 2, 3, and here's a Shinotic for $20. Ta-da. Let's make sure the price is not too high on this. Nope, I would not. See, Russ knows how to play ball. He knows how to do it. He says, no doggy poop on the floor in a grocery store where people buy groceries. Whoa, this actually might be more expensive. It's more expensive. It's 75. It's going up. I thought 65 might be too cheap. Or I'm sorry, not too cheap, too expensive, but it was actually too cheap. Mister, how do you feel about dogs kissing you on the face? I mean, same deal. So maybe it's kind of like people are more aware of germs or something. And I'm one of those types. Okay. So, like, obviously, animals poop and then they eat their poop or they lick their booty hole. It's just kind of gross. Some people love animals so much that they're like, I don't care. You know what I think? I think some people who love animals that close are maybe people who have like social disorders. Like they can't get their happiness from another human, so they got to get it from an animal. That's what I suspect. And there's nothing wrong with that. But let me just say this. I don't want dog poop in Walmart. Simple. So go make out with your dog at home. Okay? Easy peasy. Making out with the dog in the produce section of Walmart, bro. Here's Hypno. Here's Dr. Yatrados. Here's our TCC giveaway that has Is this the current? This is the new giveaway. That's right. That's right. So when we hit 73 viewers, that's it. There's Bandai starters. Here's Pip It Up. Here's, this is fresh on the table. This is Zelda from 2011, and it is Link. Cool. Plenty of married people got dogs. No, I think, yeah, exactly. I think there's plenty of just, average people with dogs. Nothing wrong. The Piplup's so cute. He's only 26. Yeah, he's pretty good. He's a Japanese Piplup. Javier Arroyo, he says, 2 live customs, 1 for 6, 1 for me. Ooh, okay. Ready? Okay. We got a 1, 2, 3. 1 for 6, 1 for me. All right. 1 live custom for 6. Ready? 1, 2. Wow. Cold together forever. I'm sorry, man. That's too cold, live customs. I'm going to go ahead and put this in. Oh, there we go. We hit the view bounty. Good job, guys. So now we're going to activate that giveaway right away. We're not going to wait too long on that. Javier Arroyo. You're already on here. Yours goes up to 65. There it is. Come on. That's a nice card, but let's get this war turtle on the front. Got a nice little war turtle here, huh? Look at that. What am I thinking about? Oh, the giveaway. All right, I'm going over here. Leave the energies and trainers in. Bring back the classic collection. I could. Do you guys want the classic collection? I don't know. Okay, so keyword TCC. I don't know, dude, because I feel like I might as well just grade those. At the time that we hosted those boxes, it was a really cool thing. It was a brand new set, and then people stopped buying it, and I said, well, I was like a little red hen moment. I was like, fine, I'll go grade these myself. So that's what we're gonna probably do with them from here on out. We'll just get them graded, because all it really is somebody snipes the Charizard and then they say, all right, I'm out of here. Not a single person wants to buy them after the Charizard's gone, and there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, it makes sense that maybe when the big hit in the box is gone, you're not as interested in buying them, but it leaves me holding the bag real badly. So it's like you get to extract the big hit out of the set, go turn that into big money maybe if you go grade it, and then I'm left with all the all the non-Charizards that don't sell. It's easier for me to just go grade it all myself. That's it. I just go grade them. So I'll grade, the Charmander, the Bulbasaur, the Pikachu's, and then the Charizard, and then they sell like wildfire. They just sell super fast. I've gotten so many tens from Mister. I appreciate it. Very cool, man. I love to hear that. Next time we run into a product like the Classic Collection, we'll host another random pull box. And if you guys ever have a recommendation for that, let me know. Maybe something we've never tried before. But let's think of the Classic Collection as something we did when it was readily available. And now that it's kind of out of print, it's a different product now. Now it's kind of like a hold and grade kind of product. Every card from the Classic Collection, 28 in total for Mr. 25 got 10. Damn, dude. That's crazy. Yeah, well, part of that also is because they're printed in Japanese. So the Japanese card printing was always a bit better. But you got lucky because I've graded a lot of these and they do get 9s. Like, look, here's a 9 right here. And here's a 9. And this was after, I kind of looked them over a little bit because I don't like to grade, not, 9 hypnos, which are very hard to move. But they suffer from off centering. They actually all suffer from a little problem up on this corner right here. So that's the most common issue on these. And I learned recently you can kind of roll that out of the edge. But yeah, you must have gotten a real good batch. So that's it. Still waiting for a Generations break. Did my order go through? Let's take a look. We're going to hit refresh. Mr. Jonas. Mr. Jonas. Okay, give me a minute here. We've got an order for Nicholas Pacheco, then Jonas, then Jamie. All right. Oops, give me a second here. Make sure we didn't mess anything up. Yes. Okay, so Nicholas Pacheco, he says 4 of the Abyssai. This set is selling very fast. It's probably the best-selling Pokemon card set right now. Roll out. You're onto something, mister. Yeah, so being able to fix the edge of the card is legit. The companies can't, they don't seem to be able to detect when you just correct like a lip on the card just by putting pressure on it. I don't think it's a big deal, you know. I don't, if a card has something that you can manually fix without adding anything to the card, what's the problem? I don't see it any different than like wiping a thumbprint off, right? All right, because it's normal price. Yeah, don't make me look the prices up. It's not that it's normal price. It's more like, you know, everyone's having to buy from Japan. There's no direct distribution for this product. All right. But we actually sell an enormous amount of the English products too, Mr. J Dog. Not adding, not taking away. It's fine to me. So this and 3 Live Customs. Cost wise, not booster pack wise, but cost wise, we've probably actually sold more Ascended than Abyssai. Abyssai's done well though, with a lot of it being opened. But that's not the same as people spending a lot on it. Here's a cold one. Here's a cold one. All right, we'll toss this over here. It's been proven that if you own an animal, you're more immune to a lot of health problems. No, it's the other way around. On the government website for health, it found that living next to animal waste increases your odds of lung problems and cancer. So maybe you're very clean around your animals, so that maybe helps. But yeah, if you're next to animals and you're having to inhale their, you know, their waste and their the dirt that their body creates, you're actually increasing your odds of cancer from that. Here it is, Nicholas Pacheco. All right, Nick, let's grab your box. Other way around. Let's see. Government website? Yeah. The what do they call that website? There's a government health website where they post real scientific studies. What's it called? Does anyone remember? One time I was just reading every single new study that had come out, and it was very entertaining. Living next to animal waste gives you worse health outcomes, not better health outcomes. The CDC, yeah, the CDC, was that it? I'll look it up for you if you want. I can't remember the name of the website. Nicholas, what did we do with you? Did you get your own box, Nicholas? Oh, you did. That's what it was. Yeah, you've got a weird box. You got one of these long white boxes. It was a leftover M box that wasn't being used, so I hijacked it and turned it into a personal box for you. There it goes. It's been proven. Source, trust me, bro. We are. I mean, we don't have to like debate it. You know, if I'm claiming that the website it says that increases your odds of health risks, we can just look that up. Let's see. Oh man, I don't want to get into this. Government. Hold on, let me look this up. Increases odds of cancer. Da, 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 da. It's giving me answers on living next to factory farms. So basically, the study I was reading here it is. It's called the National Institute of Health.gov. That's the actual website. At least I think it is. Yeah, National Institute of Health.gov. So you can go there and look up studies that have been done on animal waste, and including cat waste and dog waste and waste from other animals as well, like birds, to see how it affects your health outcomes over time. It is. I think I'm falling for you. My sister's dogs poop in her house all the time, says P Bread. Listen, I could spend like 30 minutes getting into it all with you because I am very interested with the subject, but we are live. It is. 3 Live Customs, Nicholas Pacheco. I'm not gonna do that because I gotta keep this moving, okay? Huff's vintage Pokemon dust. Now, I'm not saying that I'm not saying Pokemon dust is good for you either. Trust me. Actually, I've been speculating that maybe it's bad for you. 1, 2, 3. There we are. I'm just gonna say, like, if you're gonna argue that animals make you live longer, um, you're gonna need some proof of that. Here's the fish. Ooh, look at that. 3 poker cards. That's a cold round, Mr. Nicholas. I'm talking about smart dogs. Angel dust is good for you. I'm not referring to you. My sister's dog pooped in her house all the time. Well, who has dogs pooping in the house? Some people do. But living next to waste increases your negative health outcomes, and birds and cat litter, and yes, dogs as well, all increase the amount of waste you're living next to. Here's Mr. Nicholas. They found that dog urine and dog poo contribute humongous amounts of waste to waste management systems. What do they call those? The big pits where they push everyone's trash. Let's see, Nicholas, let's get this up into your bag as well. And so if you're keeping your house super, super clean, that probably helps. Here it is. But your animal still sweats and sheds and dead skin and all the other good stuff. Landfills. Thanks, man. All right. Here's Mr. Jonas. He says 2 of the Nikkei Nivelarina BTO1 and 1 top Star Wars Galaxy. You got it. If you like the Nivelarinas, Mr. Jonas, we have some new ones. Check these guys out. So, Mr. Jonas, these are $2.50. And we just got these. They're fresh. BTO6. So you're opening BTO1. This is BTO6, a much later set, and it just came out. These are $2.50 USD. I'm agreeing with you. You lying angels ain't real. If angels were real, people would freak out, especially if they were biblically accurate. I want a biblically accurate angel. All right, so 2 of the BTO1s. Here they are. 1, 2. I can't figure out why people like this set so much. No, I'm kidding. Okay. When I did the Google search, what popped up is it said living next to animal farms found an increase in cancer and other health problems because of the animal waste. Ready? Here's, but I didn't read those articles. And I didn't click on it. But I mean, generally, it seems pretty straightforward. Live next to sewage, have health problems. Ooh, your house can be kind of like a sewer system if you have an animal that is puking a lot, or maybe it's just passing on a lot of dirt into your home. Ooh, pooping a lot. Hello, hello. All right. I only notice my neighbor's horses if I go the fence and they come to me. Ooh, the ponies. Tossing this over here. Mr. Jonas with a J. Let's grab his name. Let's grab his bag and put his cards inside. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. All right. So in the Star Wars Galaxy 1 fresh box, we're looking for some textured cards in there. Cool set. Yeah, your neighbors have horses? What are you talking about? Jamie Lopez is next. He's got a big order. He says 2 live customs. Mr. Jamie. His name is Jamie. He's got some jammies. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Good luck. Aha! There you go. What do we got for Mr. Jamie? Taruka Snorlax. He gets pulled again? Man, that guy's been pulled like 3 times. Haha. Taruka Snorlax. He's currently $100. What are you thinking there, Jamie? Keep it or re-roll it? If you re-roll it, he'll re-roll for 75. Where I live, one of the state's biggest cattle feeds lots of things. Thousands of cows right next to the water reservoir lake, recreation area for the farmers. The lake always smells like you know what. Yeah, I went on a church retreat with a youth group one time, and it was out on a farm, and there was like cows on the other side of like a hill. And when the wind blew toward us, all you smelled was cow poop, like really strongly. It just smelled like horrible amounts of cow poop. And people never really thought about it, but yeah, the reason it smells bad is because your brain is warning you this is unhealthy for you. Do you guys ever put that together? The reason it smells bad, your brain's sending you a warning that this is toxic and not to breathe it. That's the reason for that. So yeah, it smells bad because it is bad. Keep it. You got it, man. Good job, Jamie. All right, cool, man. It smells bad because it is bad. Bad for you. Pretty easy, huh? Not like sardines. They smell bad because they're good for you. Edward Shelton's next. He wants 10 Crimson Haze. Let's be honest, sardines don't even smell bad. They smell great. They smell like dirty, dirty kitty. Ready? That's why broccoli smells bad. Broccoli only smells bad when you poop it out later. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Broccoli smells terrible if you let it go bad. Have you guys ever like cooked broccoli and then left it in a pan for like 2 days and it goes bad? Yeah, dude. That'll make your nose hairs curl. You'll be like, ooh. Yeah, that stuff smells powerfully bad. All right, Mr. Edward Shelton. That's asparagus, or I don't eat asparagus too often, but when I do, I really enjoy it. Here we are. You know what I've really been getting into lately? Mangoes. Have you guys been eating your mangoes? I notice if you get a mango that's kind of still pretty firm, like not totally ripe and mushy. I like really firm mangoes, basically. And they have like almost a citrusy quality at that point. And I'm a big fan of citrus flavor fruits and vegetables, or fruits, I mean. So mangoes almost have a citrusy flavor before they get too ripe. When they get all mushy like a banana, yuck, dude, they're so gross at that point. I love mango ice cream, mango and oranges, tried chili mango. I love mangoes. They're so sweet, and yet they feel like they are packed with some kind of nutrients or something because you get like that sour, bitter flavors, the fruit flavor, right? So you know you're having a dessert, but you're like, it's got to be somewhat healthy, right? You're eating something. It is. Yeah, my favorite fruits right now are probably those big Bing cherries, mangoes, and I've always liked oranges, but you know what? I haven't had oranges in a while. I feel like if you get the wrong oranges, they're really gross. It is. Okay. One good thing about oranges, though, oranges and grapefruits, they got that big peel, and that peel protects the inside fruit from pesticides. So, you know, all these farmers, they spray so many chemicals to keep the bugs away. And I was just reading about pesticides like a day ago. I'm not kidding. And it's all associated with cancer. All that stuff is. All cancer treatment doctors all virtually say avoid pesticides. It's an unnecessary chemical to be putting into your body. There's just one purpose for it, and that is to increase the payload of the fruit. That's it. It doesn't help you to eat the pesticide. So even in the cases where they say, "Oh, well, this pesticide's not that it's not that bad. You shouldn't eat it anyways." Just because you don't want to be the one to find out how bad it is over time. So oranges and other fruits with like a peel to them, where you don't eat the skin, you peel the skin off. Those help you avoid eating those pesticides. Pineapple and watermelon. Pineapple's good. The problem, I really like pineapple actually, but the problem with pineapple is if you eat a couple slices, your tongue goes raw from the enzymes in them. So your tongue gets tenderized. So you can't eat it too much. All right, here we have Jacob Chickering, Noivern, tag six. Oh, Noivern tag six Poke Shuffles. Jacob, the Noivern already sold, if I'm not mistaken, right? Yeah, Noivern already sold. I'm sorry, man. Guess that was a popular one, huh? Was it underpriced? Is that the deal, Jacob? Did I underprice it, or was it just cool? Probably underpriced. All right, here it is, 32. Pineapple has tiny little spikes on the fruit. Did you know that? Makes sense to me. But yeah, pineapple has a really powerful flavor and it's very sweet, very sour. I like it. It's just when my tongue turns into like, you know, flesh wounds, then I'm like, why did I eat so much of this? They showed pineapple under a microscope. I tried that Tajin or whatever. You guys told me about that, the Tajin. I tried it. I thought it was terrible. I don't know what people do with that stuff. They're just six Pokey Shuffles. You guys had told me about that before, that you guys put it on like fruit. And I was like, all right, let's give this a shot. And it just tastes like chili powder or something. I was like, why are we putting chili powder on fruit? Tahine. Yeah, tahine or something. Mr. So White. I am. That's because I'm white. No, but I ate it, and it's just like you're putting chili powder on fruit. Here it is. Are you ready? We got 1, 2, 3. It's chili lime. Chili lime. Tahine is chili powder. Not a fan of it either. Okay, so I was right. It tasted like chili powder because it is chili powder. We got chili powder belongs in some cooking, but it's like on fruit. Why would you put it on fruit? Just have the fruit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. But you Philippine, yeah, I'm like quarter Filipino. There you are. You could be Mexican and not like tahine or whatever you're calling it. I bet you there's Mexicans that are like, yeah, it makes no sense. Why do we do this? It is all right. That's 6 cold ones, Mr. Jacob. Just like there's probably Filipino guys who don't eat the balut or whatever it's called, the little cooked duck egg. They go, I'm not eating that. Mr. Jacob with $32. It's Mexican MSG mixed with chili powder. I'm Mexican and I don't like that stuff. Yeah. So you don't have to be like white or black or Chinese or something to decide you don't like a particular flavor. It's just, probably just individual stuff. Oh my effing gosh, balut. Sweet spicy or sweet spicy? No. Give me Piplup. Cause they fake. What? Oh my gosh. All right, Eddie Morales. One spot in the Gear 5 Luffy box break. All right, good choice. Eddie Morales. You put chili powder and avocado dip. That makes sense. Oops. Morales. But on fruit, it's like fruit doesn't need it. It doesn't improve the fruit. Fabulous. I've heard of that duck egg. Top 3 pizza toppings. So you might find this surprising, but one of my favorite pizza toppings is no toppings. Am I the only one who occasionally just appreciates a nice, clean slice of cheese pizza where you're just testing the flavor of the cheese? Sometimes you just want the cheese flavor to be unaffected by all the meats and the vegetables. Now, okay, so hold on before you judge me, because I know some people won't like that. So, one of my favorite pizzas is just a pure cheese pizza, nothing on it. My second favorite, Supreme. So there you go. Those are my 2 favorites. I love it when there's nothing on it and everything's on it because Supreme's got the green pepper and the onion and the mushroom and the olive, but then it's got all the meats too, right? Like the sausage and the pepperoni. So what are you going for? Are you going for like you just want to enjoy like a nachos type flavor? Well, you go with the cheese pizza then. You want to enjoy all the flavors at once? That's Supreme. So one type of flavor I don't like on my pizza, pure pepperoni. So boring. Is you're just eating pepper. Like just go buy a pepperoni roll and just go have a slice of pepperoni if you like it so much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So we're 15 deep. Only cheese. You mean 6 cheese pizza. I miss Costco Supreme. Let's see. When I was a vegetarian, cheese was good. Vegetarians eat cheese? Maybe it's vegans who don't eat cheese. There you go. Triple pepperoni. I've had that. I've had like pepperoni where the pepperoni's crisp, it's crunchy, it's got oil in it. They got extra pepperoni. It tastes like heartburn, first of all. So I bite it and I go, oh, good, heartburn. But second, it's just pepperoni, Like you can go get a charcuterie board or whatever, charcuterie, and just go have like, that kind of meat. It's I don't know. I don't hate pepperoni. I just don't think it's good by itself. I think it's too strong. It overwhelms the whole flavor of the pizza. And so if you really like pepperoni, just go get some pepperonis and eat a pepperoni, you know. Vegans don't eat cheese. Oh, I got you. Okay. Let's see. Pepperoni so greasy. Yeah, that's another thing. So if you get like a cheese pizza, that's already a lot of oil. Then you toss pepperoni on top. It's just a big bucket of oil, isn't it? Read Jacob's message. Jacob, he says, what Jacob? I don't see a Jacob. Read Jacob message. I don't see a Jacob. Is his message getting blocked? I bet Mr. eats white pizza. That's because I'm white. You throw like a girl. That's because I'm a girl. Let's see. I don't see a message from a Mr. Jacob. My friend and I have having chicken tikka masala. He said, give Piplup. He said, give Piplup. Jacob said, use his credit for Piplup. Jacob Chickering. Ah, it is. Jacob, I'm not seeing him on my screen. It is. Piplup, it is. 6 remaining. Thanks for helping out, guys. Ah, there's Jacob. I see you, Jacob. Weird, I didn't see the other message. Maybe there was so much conversation about pizza going on. You have $6 remaining. Oops. Good. There you go. Keep the change. Hell no, dude. Let's get you. I tell you what. Let's get you a pokey shuffle. Okay, 1 pokey shuffle. That's the rest of his order. I'll keep $1. I can't keep 6. All right, you ready? All right, there you go. Now I'll keep the last dollar. Thank you, Jacob. All right, we got you all taken care of. Eddie Morales isn't done. So he says he wants the PSA 10 slab of ZELLE link. Please gift the slab to my brother, Irving Morales. He has a bag with you. All right. That's a nice thing to do. It's a good card, too. Where'd it go? Still up on the table? Here's a Quillfish 10 for 160, by the way, from Neo Revelation. Ah, it's not here. Where'd it go? Aha. You got it, man. What a nice brother. Yo. Mm-hmm. Joseph Smith is back. He went to Family Guy Star Wars. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Blech. Family Guy Star Wars, guys. You ever thought to open this? This is $13 a pack. These are all totally gradable. PSA does grade them. There we go. Stranger. We've got Into the Garbage Chute. Ooh. Y-Wing Starfighter. Cool. The good guys fly these too. Very neat. There we go. Used the Force, Narrow Escape, and Pilot Found. Very nice. All right. We'll put this here. I ordered pizza the other night, actually, but we ordered it very differently. This time, we only ordered 1 pizza. We usually, in the past, would order, like before the whole Wagovi thing, we'd order like 2 pizzas at a time. And it didn't matter how much we ate that night because I will always finish it off later. But this time, we only ordered a single pizza and we didn't finish it either. There we go. Measurable evidence that I'm eating way less. It is very interesting. Okay, now we have an order from Dylan Chan. He says, a box of Nivel Arena brown fart dust. You got it, man. So there's the Nivel Arena popular set. Come on now. Pizza delivery guy. This guy only got one pizza. I can eat 2 whole high. Yeah, so I could order 2 large pizzas from Pizza Hut, right? And we slam the box pretty hard for the dinner, right? And then I would finish off both pizzas within the next 12 hours. Now we order 1 pizza and we can't even finish that. But Karis always eats the same amount, so it's me. I'm not eating very much. There it goes. Not even finishing a single box of pizza. Big change. Snip of this. Finally, a pack for cultured men. Ah, yes, the fart brown dust has arrived. These are the droids you were looking for. This. So, do you have to take Wegovy for the rest of your life now? I'm planning on it. So, my plan is to take the higher dosages for a while until I lose enough weight. And then I'm going to transition into it's called a maintenance dose, where you just take a much smaller amount of it, but it suppresses your appetite from then on. And hopefully, no big studies come out saying, oh, yeah, this causes tons of cancer or blindness or some crazy thing like that. Oh, what I do know is that being too heavy gives you diabetes, cholesterol, heart disease, increased odds of cancer, makes it harder to exercise. So being heavy is not good already. So if the drug has negative side effects, we'll have to see what happens with that. I think there's some cases where it's been bad for people's liver. Okay, here's I sell seashores on the seashore. Seashells on the seashore. Mister is transitioning during Pride Month. PSX buns. Piff. Gotcha. I never had any insight about the long term when taking Wegovy. So what they discovered is that if you take Wegovy or any GLP-1, because that's what it is, it's a GLP-1 to suppress your appetite. What they discovered is you can lose a lot of weight, but once you get back off, once you get back off of it, you tend to start eating a lot again, and you just regain the weight. So unsurprisingly, once your appetite has been suppressed and you've lost the weight, if you remove it, your appetite goes back to its original form and you start overeating again. So I'm fully anticipating just staying on it for the next 30 years, I guess. I don't know. Yes. And I'm hoping the technology just gets better over time. Hey, there's 2 hollows in this pack. I'm gonna get robo joints. All the cool kids are doing it. It's also bad for your joints, being overweight. Actually, yeah, I've kind of felt that. Like running up and down the stairs when you're heavier, you feel like not only will you get a way worse injury if you trip, but it feels like there's more pressure on your knees and your ankles. So you don't want to have that for too long, probably. Ooh, okay. Whoa, holy moo. What the? I'm thirsty for milk. Here's somebody. Okay, here's your signature card. I can't read it. Dally or something like that. Okay. Here's this bunny girl. That's what I said. Bunny bread. Here's Blade Girl. I call it early weight training. In 30 years, I'll just drop it and be on par with Goku. Oh, here we are. Here we are. Here we are. Here we are. So we've already pulled your Siggy. We're looking for another one. Here we are. And aha, Loeen. I don't know how to say her name. There you go. So you get 2 Siggies in this box, Mr. Dillon. Mr. Booty Dust comes with the Siggy in every box. Yes, sir. Every box is 1 Siggy. Some boxes are so good you get 2 Siggies. They're a higher rarity. All right, lovely. I like the seashell girl. She looks nice. All right. Mr. Booty Dust, dang, those cards are naughty. Yes, this is a $60 booster box. If you just want a couple packs, they're $2.50 a pack. It's called Brown Dust 2. We added it to the menu like this week or something, or maybe it was last week. Mr. Dillon, my good sir, mademoiselle. Do the signatures have extra booty dust on them? That's right. That's the whole point. Now, if you guys are wanting to hop into a very fast box break, did I mention we're hosting another round of the boys and there's one person in already? So if you want to have a little fun chasing after the Homelander signature, I heard they are auctioning off the Homelander suit right now. So I'm wondering how that will go. We have a new booster box break for Pokemon. It is going to be Destined Rivals. Pretty big deal. One of the best sets they've released in a long time. It's Giovanni and Mewtwo on the front of the box. It's just really good. So you don't have to open it if you pull it. You can open it if you want to, but you don't have to. And that's the beauty of the booster box breaks, is you could leave them sealed if you prefer. If I went to visit my buddy and his nose and mouth are covered in brown dust, I'd be concerned. Here's a new slab awayable card, Staff Tyranitar from the Destin Rivals card set. Actually, there's the staff down there. Just looks really good. Nice clean copy. All right. Popping this over here. Nah, bro, he just tossed a salad. Is fine. How many are in the Destin Rivals right now? It just started like 20 minutes ago, so nobody's in it yet. Yeah, we finished the Chaos Rising booster box. We're gonna have to make coughing the mascot of the channel because I just cough all the time. Let's see, we have I'm not even a smoker, so it's got to be something causing this cough. All right, so Jacob Chickering, 10 Poke Shuffles and shipping for bag and slabs. You got it, man. Let's do it. So you need 10 of these. Bro, you got to tell your girl to drink more water before you eat that booty. What? Nah, bro, he just tossed us. Okay, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We don't talk that way in my Christian Minecraft server. Excuse me? Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. No! Jacob Chickering, this is devastating. This is going to be a full cold round for Jacob Chickering. I'm sorry, man. That's pretty rough. I tell you what, Jacob, let me put you in the second chance box, okay? That's tough, man. Dang. Yeah, that doesn't feel good. No way around it. Here's the second chance break. It's a break for a $100 card. You can only get in there by getting unlucky. Okay, so it goes off at the end of the month. Okay, so you'll know if you won by the end of the month. Gee, what about the Tyranitar? You want to see a good Tyranitar? Who wants to see a good Tyranitar? Just say me, 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 me if you want to see it. Say codes. I miss that actually. I miss kids saying codes. Nobody asks me for codes anymore. Life was better when the kids came in here and they were like, "You got any free codes?" Life was better at that point. I miss those days. They were so innocent. It was before COVID. COVID hadn't happened. The world hadn't changed yet. Think about how bad COVID was for everybody. Price of homes doubled. A bunch of kids didn't go to school. The COVID jab, people lost their jobs. The government inflated the dollar like crazy. The cost of food doubled. Maybe it more than doubled. Yeah, things veritably got worse. All right, give me a second here. I want to show you my Taiwanese tall. I remember when I bought this, I didn't even really want it that bad. Oh, what the hell? I don't even see it. Crazy. Oh, maybe it's not in this box. I thought I had them. Hold on, give me a second. What's this box here? There's a different Tyranitar box. Let's look through here. I'll take it back. I might not have him. I might have got rid of him. Or maybe he's in the vault or something. Oh, here he is. He was in the wrong box. He wasn't in the Team Rocket Returns box. He was in the Tyranitar box for some reason. Doesn't make any sense to me that we did that. All right, here you are. Check this out, everybody. Got a cool thing to show you. I know you guys like to see cool things. Ta-da! There it is. That's the Dark Tyranitar coming in the 30th anniversary collection. I remember when I bought that Dark Tyranitar, I didn't even want him that much because I didn't like the artwork. And his price was too high. I was like, man, I'm overpaying for this. So when I bought that Dark Tyranitar, it was not it was not a very good feeling. I just felt obligated to do it. Says I bought him for $400 in 2021. That was a lot of money back then. I said, I don't know. Said he's pretty ugly. That's Dark Tyranitar. What do you guys think? Ugly? He looks weird. He's not fat. He's supposed to be fatter. He doesn't look right. Whoever drew it didn't do it that good of a job. How much is the Staff Tyranitar? We have a copy for $840. Returns Tyranitar. All right, let's see what we get. Here's the other version of it for $10,000. I own that one too. Let me see, highest price. So, oh, it was a World's Champions deck card. That's cool. So you can only find him as a non-holo for 1,500 right here. There he is, 1,500. That's a non-holo, meaning way less valuable. And then here's the closest one for sale that's actually a Rev 10. Look, there's 34 people watching it. Crazy. They want $10,000 for that. $10,000 for this, guys. Now, I have this version of the card too sitting in my box right now, and then it jumps up to 17,000. That's nuts. I don't think it's going to sell at 10, but I do think that that's a tempting price for some people. Let me check sold. Here we go. Okay, so check it out. On April 12th, the card sold for 11,000, and then on April 26th, it sold for 6.5 thousand. In my opinion, with it becoming a new part of the 30th anniversary celebration collection, it's going to bring more like notoriety to the card, more attention. And so I think it's probably better valued at the 11K at this point because it's like if you had one, would you want to sell it at 6K or 11K? You know, it's like, well, everyone's going to want this card in a second. So I bought that for $400 back in 2021. I didn't know what the population was as it was on it at the time. He was worth only 1,200 in 2024. Wow. He might be worth 11,000 or more now. But you know, when he sold in April, I don't think anyone knew he was going to be part of the new Pokemon collection set. Pretty cool. He does look sick. 73 watching. Where are the likes? We got some likes. You guys did good on the likes. I really appreciate it. All right, Jacob Chickering, thank you so much. What's next? We have an Ivan Rodriguez pictures in Discord. Ivan's got a big order, $120. Ready? Sorry about that, Ivan. I had you waiting there. I was showing that card off. So he's taking a couple of these cards. So this Monkey D. Luffy actually is an error card. So you got this, and the error is right here, this blue stuff up here. It's not supposed to be like that. They left it in the card. When they reprinted it, they corrected it. So this is technically an error. I'll circle it for you. Error. Okay. And they apologized for that, and then they corrected it when they reprinted it. Pretty cool, right? All right, you also wanted the Shiinotic, the Poliwrath, and the Vulpix. You got it. Here's the Vulpix. All right, it's a nice vintage card. Yeah, I guess I didn't explain that with the Monkey D. Luffy card earlier. Maybe that would have brought more attention to it. I just kind of slapped him up there, didn't I? Hmm. Polyrath and Shiinotic. Weird. Did you know I had this one as well? So there's a Charmander 8 for 36. Interesting one. Did I say Charmander? Charmeleon, obviously. I'm dumb sometimes. Did you just blow in from Stupid Town? Such a funny line. It's a TCC slab. Uh-huh. Yeah, it is. True. It's cool. We just we got to take our house down from being sold and invite somebody out here to do some encapsulations for a couple months. Ah, here we are. The Polyrath and the Shiinotic. Ooh, all right. Got them all. I miss doing TCC grading, and the fact that PSA's shut down again, we could be getting so many submissions in probably. Like, okay, what if we open it back up, guys, and we were doing it day to day, or maybe like multiple times per week, and we could do card grading that had like a 1 week turnaround for $20. What do you guys think? Interest? 1 week turnaround time. Ivan Rodriguez. Are the Ascended Heroes packs coming from booster bundles? They're coming from tech sticker bundles, and we've pulled extremely good pulls from there. So any kind of conspiracies you might have about what gives the better pull rate, I guarantee you those conspiracies are not correct. All products have the same pull rate. All right. Mister, I'd go work for you for 3 months. That'd be cool. But I don't know. We've got it listed. It's just like a fantasy. We've got it listed right now for sale. It's just a fantasy. But I would recommend you choose one day not to stream and just encapsulate all day. Well, what I ought to do is take one day not to stream, and I ought to go make some training videos for Miss Alexis, and then tell her she can do the encapsulations. That's what we ought to actually do, realistically. She said she'd be open minded to it if I made like training videos on how to do it. All right. And now, what do we got over here? Okay, we did have an order coming in that did not finish. Mr. Manisos. Dang, man, I would have liked to have opened that for you, Mr. Manisos. All right, so he tried to make an order on the website. Mr. Manisos, if you're still watching, if I'm saying Manusos, if you ever want to, you could also just try PayPal if you'd like. Now, here's an order from Mr. Hathim, and he says 5 Ascended Heroes. All right, we're just running through the Ascended Heroes as fast as possible. Mr. really doesn't like encapsulation himself. So the problem is it's in the basement. It's in the musty, cold, dark, lonely basement. And I put in so many hours already every day. If I had to go down there and do like another hour of work somehow, I would just be miserable because I'm already working like all day. And I could do it if it was upstairs. So if I move the encapsulator upstairs, the odds of me being interested in working on it go right up. So if we moved it into this room or into the family room or into the pool room, you would probably see me doing a lot more encapsulations. We are. It's the location of the encapsulator and the fact that I already work so much. All right. Good idea. Give Alexis a bunch of pony cards and then sell them cheap. Practice for her and then more TCCG products. Yeah, so I've thought about that. Maybe giving her so one idea I've had is giving her a bunch of like vintage rocket cards that are worn out. They're not going to grade anything. And then just having her grade them like A for authentic. We are. Ooh. No grade on them, basically. All right, you ready? Mr. Thim. And then we'd have a bunch of A for authentic rocket cards up here we could sell for like a cheap price. She isn't going to do it. She said she's open minded to it. She just recently said that. But it's because I was talking to her about how I can make like some videos that go into detail how to deal with each issue. So I think it is an issue of like we've already got this routine going where she pops in, she does the shipping, she goes home. And to learn a new skill, you'll have to sit down, stick around, and okay, let's learn this thing for a while. I think that's part of what holds it back is sitting down and doing all the training and all that. Is Erica's Volplume? Pony card's always a good idea. Mister, I sent for the Topps Charmeleon. All right, sounds good. Hey, here's a Beauty Fly. Beauty Fly AR popping out. I have to say, I do think that Ascended Heroes is more generous than Prismatic because Prismatic doesn't have ARs like this, does it? Night Stretcher, Miss Magus, and Spidops, and Rayquaza. Rare. The Rayquaza is such a nice holographic card. If you can get a 10 on yours, it's probably worth like $100. Sometimes the holographics are serious pulls. Nice Rayquaza. There goes Mr. Thim with an H. Of course, if you ever don't want these cheaper, junkier hollows, you just let me know. We'll make a trade for the trade break. But the Rayquaza is going to be treated like a hit. Free Palestine. Mister could get new KU pony box or two, take the bulk for grading testing. Win-win. I don't know how I feel about it. I'm still on the edge on that one. All right. Ivan Rodriguez says he'll take the Topps Charmander. You got it. It's a tough choice, because I don't know how much of that would really actually sell. I think it's a very different audience than how I behave. It is not a case, of course, just a box or two. We'll get one box, and then what we'll do is we'll make it so that as a prank, we mail it off to what's his name? His name's blanking from me for right now. Who's the guy always making the my wife jokes? He was a moderator. He had that Chansey DP Fitness. There it goes. DP Fitness. I was gonna say he had the Chansey, and then when I thought of the Chansey, it's DP Fitness is Chansey. It is Ivan Rodriguez. So what we'll do is we'll host a raffle or something where you guys can pay it down charity wise, and then we'll ship it out to him. It is help him remember his roots, his pony roots. All right, let's see. Mister, you mentioned the Poker Zard you have. Do you have the Surfing Pikachu pokers? Yep, they're here still. I got 2 poker Surfing Pikachus. They're incredibly rare. All right, William Wafter says $3 store credit plus this for a Korean Black Bolt. All right, Mr. William Wafter, let's go looking for that. The correct term is clopping. Fake fan. What the fuck? Oh, God, dude. Let's see. Oops. He's a fake fan. I knew it. William Wapter, tossing that away. And he wants a Korean Black Bolt. Oops. There it is. Instead of this. I wish he'd come hang out again. You ready? Oh, Emolga and Wat Kyuran. Ta-da! Mr. William Wafter with the W. And that's going to be over here. Oh, these are some slabs that need pricing too, huh? There's always an extra slab somewhere. What do you guys think about the fractional share idea? Would that be fun? Just one card, fractional shares. The question is which card? Which card should be the fractional shares card? What's the most Cardconomist card there is? Here's Mr. Thim. 5 more ascended. All right, Mr. Thim, let me go grab some more. Here we are. Tyranitar slash Diglett. Ooh. What if we did a fractional share on um, PSA 10 Team Rockets Diglett first edition? Yeah. We need a golden ghost slab. Nothing screams capitalism like an expensive card made out of gold. Yeah, except he looks like the cinnamon guy from Apple Jacks or like the cheese stick guy. It is. Okay. By the way, if you've been enjoying this stream for a while and you've never placed an order, we got a free first time order, this cute little ghastly promo. Check out the website or the description for placing your first time order. Cheese stick guy for sure. Mega Tyranitar. What if I made the fractional reserve card, the Dark Dragonite? I valued him at $100,000, and we set the number of fractional cards to 1,000. No, because that would be lame to manage. Could you even imagine 1,000 cards, huh? All right, set this over here. I think there would be a lot of interest in it, at least. Let me ask. Hold on. Let me ask AI. As a simple Pokemon card rip and ship channel, how can I host fractional shares on one of my most expensive graded Pokemon cards? All right, so we'll let it answer that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. 1 snip, 2 snip, 3 snip. There it goes. All right. Here's Meowth and Haunter and Magcargo. Meryl, Staraptor. Ooh. Mister, you need to keep up with the trends. When you selling Kool-Aid, pineapple spears. Kool-Aid pineapple spears. I don't know that trend. Once the Raptor came out, here's Lanoon. Here's Oddish. Here's Trevenant. Look at that Trevenant. So Staraptor and Trevenant. Mister, I have a lot of sports cards you can use as testing to learn with. What? I don't know if Alexis would be very good with the sports cards, though. I think she should practice with Pokemon cards. That's what we sell the most of. We are, but I appreciate the offer. There you go. Let's see. Put that there. We never hosted the drawing contest either. That'd be cool. Drawing contest and fractional shares. You know, I'm always looking for something that only we could do. eBay cannot do it. So I'm always looking for something that we can do. So let's see what AI responded with. Are you ready? People are buying pallets of pineapple spears to make Kool-Aid pineapple jars. Oh my God, that's weird as hell, man. All right. Option 1, community ownership. Let's say you own a $20,000 card. You sell 200 shares at $100 each. Customers own a percentage of the card. You remain the custodian. The problem is you're wandering into securities law territory. For that reason, I would avoid true investment ownership unless you hire an attorney and structure it properly. Option number 2, entertainment-based fractional ownership. Let's see. Okay. if I do sell the fractional shares of a card, let's say I just sold like Pokemon card energy cards with the person's name on it, and that's their share. And we have 100 of those energy cards, and you can trade those energy cards in or sell them to another person. At what point do I cross the line into that being a security and I've done something that requires regulation? So AI is saying maybe if we if we really want to do fractional shares, it might require regulation. Changing the label doesn't change the legal analysis. If you sell energy card shares instead of calling them shares, regulators would generally look at what buyers are actually getting, not what you name it. In the US, one of the main tests is the Howey test. A security may exist when people invest money into a common enterprise expecting a profit primarily from the effort of others. I mean, it's not an enterprise and it's not with an expectation of the effort of others. It's just a speculative item. If your viewers are buying energy cards because they represent ownership in a PSA card that can then be resold and the entity holders, they entitle holders to be part of a sales proceed, then you're checking a lot of these boxes. For example, likely high risk, 100 energy cards representing 100% of a $20,000 Charizard. If the Charizard sells for 20 or for 30,000, holders get paid. Holders can trade these investments. That's very close to fractional investment ownership. Lower risk. Energy cards are collectibles. No claim on the underlying Pokemon card. No right to sale proceeds. No promise of appreciation. No buyback obligation. Okay. Yeah. All right. So it does sound kind of like if we did fractional ownership of a card, it would probably, although it might, because it's Pokemon cards, it might feel like something of a gray area. It may really cross into it being a security, like an investment. I don't know. Will they come and get us? I mean, if we're just selling energy cards, and let's say the card isn't that expensive, will they care? Like, will they be like, yo, we got to shut this guy down? He's selling energy cards, and you can trade those in when the card sells, or you know what I mean? But no, I get it. Like, if the card goes from $1,000 to $5,000, and then we sell it, and you guys get a, your 1/100 cut, that does look a lot like you just bought a stock in something or like a bitcoin or whatever. So it's too bad. I mean, maybe I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, actually. I don't know what to do about it. All right, maybe, okay, so maybe we could do something. Well, I'm trying to think of a loophole. All right, let's say we had this card right here. Let me pause this. Would it work if you guys had PSA 10 Rocket Diglett first editions and I had a rule that said I will always trade this Dark Dragonite away for 100 Rocket Diglets, no matter the price difference? No, that doesn't really change anything. I was going to say, like, what if we treat the Diglets as a currency, and you need 100 Diglets to buy one Dark Dragonite? Let me ask it. What if the card that's being fractioned is like a $100,000 PSA 10 Dark Dragonite, and I make everyone buy a Team Rocket First Edition Diglett PSA 10, and we treat the Diglett as like a currency, and I say you can always buy the Dark Dragonite with 100 Diglets, and then the group just everyone has one Diglett that they can buy back and forth between each other. Mister can't do the quantity that he can. Breaking news! Breaking news! Let's see the breaking news. Let's see. Josh Johnson sacrificed brick by BAM Corporation. Looks like Brick and Minifigs just fired Josh Johnson in an attempt to save face and save the doomed company. Oh yeah, I heard about that earlier. What you've described is clever, but from a legal perspective, the question becomes what economic reality have you created? A PSA 10 Dark Dragonite worth 100,000. You issue 100 first edition Diglets. You state the Diglets can always be redeemed into the Dragonite. The Diglets trade among community members. Now the Diglets have become economically tied to the Dragonite. A regulator would ask, why are people buying the Diglets? Is the Diglet's value derived from the Dragonite? Are buyers expecting appreciation on the Diglet because of the Dragonite appreciation? Are you maintaining the system and acting as the custodian? If the answer to those questions is yes, then the fact that the instrument is physically a Diglett card doesn't really matter. Damn, dude. Yeah, so maybe we won't be doing any fractional shares, I guess. Or maybe we can apply for the right to do it. I don't really want to do that. I mean, just to have a bit of fun, just to have like maybe one goofy card that we're doing, that's too much work. All right, guys, it's almost 6. We got to wrap it up. Here's Mr. Russ. 1 Pokey Shuffle and 3 Sneaky Bunkos. You got it. Sneaker Bunkos. No more orders, guys. No more orders. It's almost 6. We got to wrap it up. All right, very nice. 1, 2, 3, and a 4. This is for Russ. 1 spotted Russ. Thanks, Russ. Appreciate it. Let's go get you those sneaker bunkos. It looks like it's a security. We're probably not going to find a loophole for a security, you know. It's such a fun idea. I think honestly, if we just did it, no one's going to care because it's just too small of a group doing too small of an amount of money. We're not making millions. So I don't think anyone would care, but I don't know. Let me wait, what's this? Let's see. Let me hit refresh. Like you have a good eye. I would like to have fractional sales with purchases, like get some people to buy in. You have to buy into big cards for investment purposes. Yeah, I think it would be very fun if we used energy cards and we used it on one, like cool little card, and you can sell and trade the energy cards between each other. And I would just act as, like it said, the custodian. So if you want to sell your energy card for, like, let's say a nice $10,000 card to another guy, you can do that. Especially if the card goes up in value, you can say, hey, I've got fractional ownership of that card. I'd like to sell my position. Who wants my, 1/100th energy card? You could do that, and it would just be like a cool little thing, right? And the problem, I think, becomes if anyone complained to regulators for some reason, or if regulators for some reason said, hey, you can't do that. It's such a small thing we'd be doing. I don't think they'd care, because we don't have like an official website where we're making millions of dollars in sales of these supposed shares. And I can almost guarantee you guys we wouldn't have any complaints because I would just do a very good job of it. But here's the problem. I just don't want to bother, having to apply for actual, um, like a securities license or whatever it would be. I don't want to have to do all that. It's not interesting enough to me. Mr. Russ, here you are. No big Siggy in this round, Mr. Russ. Maybe the next round. Sorry, man. Did the giveaway go off? Oh, you guys hit the view bounty. Good job on that. And then you typed in. So let's see who gets into this. Here's a rip and flip. The more you rip, the more you flip. Here's Gabriel Gallegos, GG. Shinobi. Right, like if we did a fractional share on like $100 card, who's going to care, honestly? They would lose money trying to stop me from doing that. They'd be like, oh, we have to investigate this guy and prosecute him or tell him to quit because he's doing a fractional share on a $100 card, All right, we got Rip and Flip, GG. Let's get another person in here. We got Eddie Morales. Hey, how's it going, Mr. Eddie? And Miss Six. Hey, Miss Six made it in. Okay, good. Who's going to stop us? Here's Green Goblin. Here's Ancient Origins Pack Split. And here's the Hunter. Such a cool card. We're wrapping up. It's 6 p.m., everybody. What a nice Thursday daytime stream this has been. Very busy. Mike Side won the giveaway. Got my shipment safe and sound, says Gigi Suave. Good to hear, man. All right, guys, it's looking like we are all done anyways. There's no more orders in the queue. Perfect. So, not the full 3 hours. We went for about 2 hours and 40 minutes. So about 2 hours and 40 minutes for this stream. I started late. I won't lie. I was watching TikToks with Karis. That's why I was so late. tonight is the Thursday nighttime stream. I don't like to miss Thursday night. It's an important stream. So I'll see you guys there. And we'll see what kind of fun we have then. The Ancient Origins is almost done. We got that new The Boys break. We got the Team Rocket break. Other than that, I didn't see any major movement on like this Dialga or this supposed Lightning Gyarados, which maybe is unpopular. I guess you guys don't like Gyarados. I'm surprised in that we got the 30th anniversary around the block, and you would think that these cards right here are in a position to really jump in price. So I thought that that was a good pick. We could pick something else if people are really uninterested in Gyarados. This guy I kind of understand more. You know, he's a big card. He's a rainbow rare. You really have to get behind the idea that rainbow rares are going to have a rainbow rare renaissance. So he's going to go a little slower, but he will eventually go off. We're still rotating the nines. I didn't get it all done, but we're running low on them. We actually made a big chunk of difference on them already. So we'll keep moving those. And the live customs and the Poke Shuffles remain very popular. So we'll get those all the way. Buzz, check the description. We'll get those all the way stocked out. I'm here. I'm new here. So how are your prices? Hey, what's up, Budget Build? You can check the website in the description or I'm sorry, you can check the website in the live chat or the prices in the description of the live stream. So, but we'll be back on tonight for the late night stream. I had a lot of fun, guys. We got that Chaos Rising box done. Oh, did I oh, hold on. I did not leave a breaks link for that, did I? So we need to go into the breaks history and say Javier Arroyo. I'll just say Javier pulls Chaos Rising box. There goes. All right. Good enough. I'm going to go relax and maybe have some dinner, maybe have a walk, and I'll see you guys for the late night Thursday stream. See you later, guys. I'm tempted to take this Saturday off. I've been working a lot, and Chaos Rising's officially out and isn't going that crazy. So I'm thinking to myself, the weather's nice. I'm tempted to take Saturday off this week. I don't know. I'll think about it. If I do, I'll let you guys know, okay?